You can't prove that they were black. Not in the way that we call black today. You would not have called them black. Your comment is going to be in two videos. This is the first one. You claim that the Bible was written by ancient black Hebrews. You cannot prove that they were black by their standards because they would not have had the standard of being called black. Their standards were based on ethnicity. Their standards were based on what tribe, what group, what that they were born under, what nation. The concept of black, white, Asian was not a concept in the time frame that these books were written. You are taking what we think today and applying it to those people back then. But even doing so, you're incorrect. What you are missing is the fact that your Old Testament didn't begin to be written until after the Babylonian captivity, through the captivity of the Persians, through the captivity of the Greeks, through the captivity of the Romans in your New Testament. During all of this time frame, what was originally the Hebrew people, to which you actually cannot figure out where the Hebrew people came from? They were either the former worshippers of the Aten out of Kemet, or they were former worshippers of the Sumerian deities of Enlil, Enki, Neharsag, and those sort of people, if you're claiming your descendancy out of Abraham. So if they were Sumerians, they would have been mixed with Akkadians, Assyrians, and multiple other people by the time you get to Abraham in the timeline. So if you did categorize these people as we categorize people today, then you would have to say that your Bible was written by ancient mixed Hebrews, mixed cultures. Remember, throughout your Bible, it talks about how different people within the Hebrews married Moabites, married Canaanites, Hittites. They married other people from other people groups. When you follow your line of David, you have Ruth, who was a Moabite woman. She wasn't a Hebrew, so she didn't marry a Hebrew. Wasn't a Hebrew. Abraham was from the city of Ur. He was a Sumerian, so he wasn't a Hebrew. That's going by your book. But when you look at it from a historical standpoint, you would have had mixtures of your Hebrew people, which weren't mentioned until in and around 1400 BCE to 390 BCE, 1390 BCE, which would have made them under the captivity of Assyrians, Akkadians, under Nubio-Cometics, under Greeks, and Greeks definitely practiced Hellenization, which means that they forced intermarriage amongst the people to which they conquered rather. The Romans followed up after them with the same thing, and these things happened for centuries. So therefore, they would have been mixed race people. And then your commentary of understanding the Bible and what God was speaking and what man is speaking, and changes man has made in the Bible, and you have to pray before it. Who are you praying to? Which God of the Bible that you're praying to? Which understanding are you coming to? Because you're coming into your own understanding based on your emotional connection and what intellectual information you've accepted. We'll discuss that more in the next video, that I use this same comment and someone else's comment, that you two both proclaiming to be Christians, but you have so much confusion. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.